What's going on, YouTube? I I woke up at 3 in the morning today. Let's fucking go. I'm Sai. Lewis is here,
Yeah.
and this is episode 2 of the Isekaicast. Because we stuck through. I had to put money on the line to actually make this happen, but it's fine. we we recorded the first episode, Shield Hero, for context, about start of December 21. Christmas break was in the middle, so a bit iffy there. And now last week of December, we're recording this. I have no idea when it's going to be uploaded. Could be tomorrow, could be in a month. I hope I'll do it soon. The hopefully once a week thing became once every 2 weeks, in case we ever decide to actually be regulars. But yeah, welcome back.
It's about to be 1 in 4 weeks.
No, I think 1 and 2 is fine.
Mm.
The show that we watched this week was full title, of course, is a cautious hero. The hero is overpowered but overly cautious.
Yes.
Lewis suggested this.
No, I didn't.
Did you not?
No, of course I
Was,
didn't.
was
It
it a,
was
was it
no
a
Strike
council
did.
thing? Oh, it was a council thing. Okay,
No, it
the
was
council suggested this,
No, it
and
wasn't. It wasn't the council. It was Strike, and I fucking blame him for it too.
what? Do you not like it?
Um, it. Uh, it, it was okay. It
Can I?
wasn't as bad as I
Because
thought it was going to be.
I'm gonna get out of the way. I quite liked it. I had a good time.
I really feel like I would have liked it more if it was like one of those super short animes where it's like every episode is like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like really could have just squished everything down into like a funny gag and anime like TQ or something like that,
Okay.
where
Okay.
every episode would have like some stupid gag that they would do. I really think it would just fit it better than having 20 minutes where there's like some gags and some stuff that you'd see, but most of it is just kind of just bloat. Feels like.
Yeah. Okay. To get out of the way, full spoilers for season 1. It's 12 episodes. If you want to watch it, it's probably a better time than Shield Hero. I had a better time than with Shield Hero for sure.
Yeah, I mean at
But
least it wasn't 24. Yeah, it was
yeah,
just
it was
12.
12 episodes. Came out 2 years ago. It's not too bad, and the English dub is actually quite good. I was flicking back and forth because the place where I was watching it defaulted to English, and I find the English dub better.
Really?
Yeah, there's some really funny stuff.
Okay. I mean, I think honestly this show might even suit here like English dub. I don't think it would be
Mm.
that bad because I mean
It gets a
obviously it doesn't
bit
take itself too seriously.
weird whenever they start throwing like titles around, like goddess or your dragonkin and all that stuff. It
Oh
doesn't
yeah.
really work, but sometimes they accept it and they go off script. Like a lot of the jokes that they make about like the dragon boy are just completely different in English, and they're really funny. I
Hmm.
wish I could remember them, but yeah. Okay, but yeah, full spoilers from here on. It's one season. Go watch it if you want to. And okay, what do we talk about first? What's there to do?
Um, we can talk about again theme.
Okay, yeah,
Um, theme in this didn't really feel like there was much. I mean, it was just a comedy, really. It was like a comedy fantasy. Um, it kind of tried to do something. It kind of tried to be a little bit serious towards the end, but it didn't really suit it very well.
yeah.
It tried to kind of make this elaborate story, but it didn't really do it very well.
I mean, the final cliffhanger setup thing is actually not bad. How you get there? Oh, I did not like that, but it's cool.
It was just like it could have been. It would have been fine if it just ended there. But as it
Yeah,
is, I think it was animated from a light novel, and then there are 4 novels in total, and the adaptation was just the first one. It's just the first book,
Okay.
and apparently the second book is about them basically doing the same thing, except
Yeah.
in some other world that's like, oh, the first one was S rank, this one's SS rank, and then
They're
the
doing
third
New Game
one is
Plus.
S plus rank, and then the fourth one is SS plus rank. I think that's
Okay.
more or less what the
Yeah. They keep going higher New Game Plus cycles. Cool.
yeah
Um.
they have like new game plus cycles. It's I mean, it definitely feels like they're just milking it. I don't know. Maybe there's something
Yeah.
super elaborate, but from the first one, it just seems like okay.
Yeah.
Well, this could have just been it. They could have just
I
ended
don't
it here.
really
It would have been
get
fine.
how. Like, if you're saying it's New Game Plus, that means that like the guy is gonna scale somehow to New Game Plus,
I
but he's
no. I think
not
no. He's
because he stopped
restarting.
scaling. Yeah, it's like,
Is
but yeah, but he should. If he was barely capable of handling New Game, how does he do New Game Plus? If he's only gonna get as powerful as he was in New
because
Game regular.
he's even more cautious.
What the
And
fuck does that
he has
mean,
some
though?
and he has some kind of knowledge of his past lives, right? So
Yeah,
when he was summoned, it's like he did the what did he even say?
well, the property thing.
He said properties, and then he
Yeah, but I
looked.
thought that was like a flashback. Like it was like unconsciously.
I don't think you start out with. It's weird how they establish this too, because he's like summoned, and then he summoned from another world. What world was he summoned from? Well, he was summoned from Japan. They
Yeah,
established that in the first episode. He's like some
yeah.
Japanese guy, but
Extremely buff Japanese guy.
he was also already a hero in another world.
Yeah,
So
and I think they do say that like this is again at the end. They say, "Oh, we really usually don't let someone be called twice, but we'll make the exception this once." And it's like, well, you already did it though, and it's a bit strange when they tied it to fate and the whole backstory thing. Like, if they didn't put the whole backstory in, if they just said, okay, he's dead, but you can do it again if you want, that would have been fine. But the fact they tied, like, oh, they're destined to be together and everything, it's a bit.
yeah, they used to be lovers, and also
Mm,
the
he
goddess
was
was also like
pregnant? What?
she was a fucking character in like one of the fantasy worlds as well.
Yeah, that's an upgrade, eh? From NPC to a
Like
fucking god.
yeah, where did that come from? Like how was she? Yeah, I never really talked about anything
I
like
think they
that.
said they say that it's like, oh yeah, she did so many good deeds and she died tragically, so we rewarded her. There's some throwaway like that.
Yeah, but
Apparently,
there are like
if you die,
thousands of
you
these
can just
different worlds, and and
and there
like
is
yeah,
thousands of gods. To be fair, it's a whole society. God.
I mean maybe didn't seem like we saw more than like 12 of them, but yeah.
Well, yeah, because could you be bothered to make up all of that crap? Oh God, I mean, I quite like the beginning was fairly strong. I feel like especially okay, the very first episode was a bit heavy. Like they really played on the joke that oh he doesn't want to go yet, he has to train, and they played that for like 15 minutes in a row. But then after that, it sort of played well with the power fantasy and everything.
Yeah, I mean, again,
And
that's the thing about isekais with like the game mechanic stuff that I don't really like too much because it's like, oh, he's level 1, and even though he has good stats, he's the overly cautious hero, so he's gonna do 50 million push-ups in this in fucking hyperbolic time chamber, and then you know after a week or however long he spent in there, he's level 16 or something, and he can do super mega ultimate attack on the slime.
that is funny.
that
Like, oh,
was that
I
was kind of
have to
funny.
make certain he's dead.
Yeah,
Hold
it
the
was
fuck
like,
up.
okay, there's the first enemy. I'm just going to fucking obliterate it with
You never fucking know with these things, okay?
Yeah.
And that is nice.
Um,
That bit ties well to the Flash.
I mean,
That he's so fucking traumatized
yeah,
for not
I
having
mean, I
killed the
guess
thing right.
where
Like
he
that one
defeated the Demon
works.
King, and it's like, yeah, but this is like one of my 3 lives, and it's like,
Psych.
what? Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Like that one works, and I really like it. And I like that eventually the party just accepts it and like, okay, well he's gonna clean up now. We're gonna walk away, and you do your thing, and
Yeah,
we'll catch up later. You do you.
yeah. Um, but then there's also like the part where it's like, okay, well he's level 16 and he's like super prepared. Here's this level 60 monster that's just gonna show up at the start, and oh, but he somehow manages to get out, and then oh, he just trains a little bit more, and oh, he actually trained a lot more. He just was hiding his abilities, and now he's like level 40 or 37 or whatever, and he can all of a sudden take on this super powerful monster right at the start of the game.
I think he was hiding his stats at the very
Yeah,
beginning
he
as
was hiding
well.
it from the start. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's like it's. I think he could have probably taken her immediately, but was like,
she
I
wanted
got
to
a
be
hyperbolic
sure.
time chamber. I'm gonna use the fuck out of the hyperbolic time chamber. Let's go.
Yeah, so by episode 2, he was like level 40 or probably even higher because he was hiding his stats. And it's like, okay, well, like, I guess he can, I guess he can just cast Meteor Swarm and wipe out an entire army.
Okay, that was funny. Where it's like, oh, I'm out of mana. I only have 1,300 left. What am I gonna do? Those things, I laughed out loud a few times in this show. Like genuinely laughing. I think the dub helped as well because with the female lead being extremely thirsty,
Hmm.
because she is, that plays so fucking well in English. I can't even honestly. It was amazing.
Hmm. Her voice actor in Japanese was also pretty good. Um,
Yeah,
not bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, the Japanese dub is good. It's just like I took this as a comfort watch, and putting in English just made it like the most comforting thing. Just
Uh,
sort of put it on
just
and
don't think about it. Yeah.
absorbed it. No need to read anything.
Um. Yeah. I mean, there were totally some times where it was like, yeah, this is pretty funny. Um.
Yeah,
I
it's not a
definitely
bad
enjoyed
show.
it way more than Shield Hero.
Mm,
Just because I mean the stuff that was like stupid was intentionally stupid most of the time.
yeah. I okay. I think we can't. It's okay. So we can't really do themes, and we can't really go episode by episode. Could we go through the cast? That might be a good bit.
Well, the cast is like 2 people.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I would argue the main character is the goddess, not even the guy. The guy's a plot device half of the time. He doesn't even have a character until like episode 8 or something.
Probably, yeah.
He's just sort of there, being cool. This honestly, yeah, this kind of reminded me of what was it called? Sakamoto Sugoi. Sakamoto Desuga. It's like that thing where like it's just a high schooler that can do anything and is really cool and collected while doing it.
Hmm.
And that was like a short 5 minute episode sort of thing. And I suppose they could have done it here as well, but the serialization kind of works in a way. It's just a bit slow towards the middle, which is just an anime. And
Yeah.
then there's the two little supporting kids, and I don't really feel about them.
I mean, they, yeah, like he said, they're useless. They're just there to carry his bags. They
Like
they
one
have
of them was literally there to be sacrificed, and then she's not, and it's like, oh, so what do you do? Oh, I guess haste.
yeah.
God. And then one time he's like, well, go do it. He's like, well, actually, I
Well, I've
did it
already
off
done it.
screen.
That's why I can't do it anymore.
Rip.
Yeah.
And I'm never gonna learn anything else. That's it.
Yeah,
I
those two
got
characters are
haste.
like they may as well not even be there. I feel like they're just
Mm.
there so that they could make a few episodes dedicated to them, like the with the whole sacrifice thing. so that they can
Yeah.
have like a few more episodes, so that they can like pad it out a little bit.
Mm.
um, but yeah, yeah, there are like two characters.
Then
There's the hero guy and
yeah.
then the goddess, and that's more or less
Then there's a
everyone
few
that's
the
important.
gods that are somewhat recurring.
Yeah, actually, yeah. So about the comedy, the thing I probably laughed most on was the warrior god, just getting the shit beat out of him like constantly by the
Yeah,
main
that
character,
was
and just how
amazing.
scared he was of him. Just like the goddess walks up to check on how they're doing, and it's like he's on the floor and the hero is just on top of him, just fucking beating his face in. And
Oh, I learned a new skill.
he doesn't even say anything. He just looks like at in horror at the goddess, like he's scared to say anything. I don't know.
Yeah,
That was
that
just
dude was
funny.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the archery goddess, I didn't really like what was going on there. Like, it was kind of funny, like when they were alluding to it, when they're saying, "Oh, she's a bit much," you know. But then
Yeah.
you cut to her actually trying, and it's like, "Oh God, he's a child. Stop." I think at least in the English dub, she says, and I quote, "Age is just a number." So now,
Yeah, I think she said something like, "Oh, I'm not opposed to being a Shotokan either," or something like that in
oh my
Japanese.
fucking God. At least it's only the main character. You know, in Shield Hero canonically is the main character. Here it's a supporting person.
Yeah.
And there's the was it War goddess? I think she was War. The crazy one.
Yeah.
Which I mean there was some good gags there, but then it just sort of
It got a bit old.
didn't go anywhere. Yeah.
It was kind of funny at first, just seeing her like, oh, one day she's like super weird and like kind of fucking creepy, and then the next day she's like wearing a pink shirt. It's like, oh, I have to look good if I'm gonna be training with him or something, and then the next day she's like completely fucking in love with him. It's just, yeah, that was kind of funny. Just like the subtle
Yeah.
changes over a couple of days, but yeah.
Yeah, then he gets full on toxic, which you know, it's okay.
Yeah.
Ah, God. Yeah, that's kind of all the gods as well. I mean, there's what's she called, Arya, the one that
Oh no, this
the
Valkyrie, yeah, the
no
the
in the
sexual
Valkyrie,
harassment one.
yeah. Which again, good. It's not the main character. Like what is it? The main guy in Seven Deadly Sins does that all the time. Like, oh, this woman. Let me walk up and just grope.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
yeah, this is acceptable. It's
Yeah,
endearing, in
it's like
fact.
1950s, yeah, and just go fucking cop a feel.
Yeah, which Arya I didn't. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck Arya was. She was just sort of there, and then sometimes she wasn't. And like, great, it's an Arya scene. I don't care.
Hmm.
And that's it. Oh God, that's so much more to say about Shield here. I wonder
Yeah,
what
there
that
really
is.
wasn't much about this. It was pretty cut and clean. Like what it was just a stupid comedy show.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess in terms of like, so the thing that always bothers me in like some of these shows is that, and what I feel like sometimes makes some shows stand apart from others. Like, say what you want about Mushoku Tensei, but like uh at least the characters, like, they fucking change clothes and stuff, like
Hmm.
and stuff like that. But in this and in Shield Hero, it's like these guys are wearing like the same armor and they're playing like a video game more or less. You gotta change armor and stuff. Like, he's like super cautious, so he's probably upgrading his stuff and whatever. And it's like he gets different swords or whatever, but he's wearing like the same level 1 gear.
What if? What if? There, it's
But
one
it's
of
like
those
they
things
just,
where like you can make it look like the starting armor because you really like it. We're using the stab block for another armor. The
yeah,
thing that
I'm
Destiny makes you pay for.
okay. Number one,
Fuck Destiny, by the way.
sure. Number one, that's just lazy. And number
Hmm.
two, they didn't even say anything about that. They
Absolutely.
didn't even establish. It's super late, and I guess it cuts down on costs because it's like, oh, we don't have to redraw this. We can just recycle the other assets that we've used before,
Yeah.
and like we don't have to design a new costume or whatever. But I mean, these people are gonna change costumes. They will. They're adventurers and they're fucking getting different levels and stuff, and they need to take on different challenges and whatever. But they're still wearing the same shit.
Huh. Yeah. This is so strange. We went from like screaming about Shield Hero for an hour, and then there's this, and it's like I had a better time with it, but there's nothing to say.
Yeah.
Hmm. Huh. Well,
Mm,
we done? I guess are we actually done? Like the opening was better than Shield Hero.
oh
Like
oh yeah, we didn't talk about the opening. The
I
opening
could listen to it.
was still bad. I didn't like it.
Well,
It
it's
didn't
not
feel catchy at
good.
all, and it was kind of dumb. It was better than Shield Hero,
I could
but I
like
mean that
I
doesn't really
listened
say
to it
much.
once. I skipped the Shield Hero one like 2 seconds in. I was like, okay, that's enough. Never again. The ending was weird, with the way that it opens with like a fucking bomb slap to the camera.
Yeah. Okay, so
It
that's
always
actually
caught me
one.
off guard.
Yeah, that's actually something. So comparing the two, thank God. I think one of the reasons why this wasn't nearly as bad as Shield Hero was that there was no fucking shitty CG monsters, right? There was none of that.
Yeah,
Like all of the enemies were at least drawn like in different quality, but there was no style breaking,
yeah,
and it didn't just look fucking embarrassing. So the big dragon, no CG. All of the fucking demon lord princes, whatever they want to be called, no CG at all for any of those. Not even for the summons or anything. And that is just a huge thumbs up in my book. I don't even care if they look like they're drawn really poorly, or whatever. As long as they're not like bad CG, bad lighting, bad frame rate monsters, that's okay with me.
yeah. I mean, now that I think about it, like it's not bad visually. It's consistent.
Yeah, and
It's
the
not.
animation's
It's
not.
not
Yeah,
amazing.
animation's pretty good
Yeah,
too. It's at least par.
yeah.
It's not bad.
They're not really breaking the bank, and they're not going full ufotable at any point. But I suppose they're not even trying not to be bad, not to be good, not to be bad. And
Yeah,
huh,
and
the bits were
also,
like
yeah,
they go in there like, oh, there's a guy with two swords. I'm just gonna draw a fucking flurry of lines, and that means that he's going really fast. And like, great. No.
um, and like sound design as well. So a lot of recent animes and I think even Shield Hero did it as well. Like a lot of the actiony bits or action animes, they have this one like stock sound effect for when rocks are breaking or when some terrain or something is falling or like a building is collapsing, and it just sounds so bad. It's like it's awful. It's really bad, and everyone uses the same sound effect, and it's not in this anime at all. And I'm so glad because it makes me want to hurt someone whenever I hear that because it's just so lazy and it just sounds so awful.
Hmm. All
But
right. I mean,
this
I
didn't
think
have
we
that at
need.
all, so
Yeah,
I'm
we need to
glad.
talk about the very big thing. This is massive. I'm sure you'll agree. So
What's
in
that?
so we're talk. So it's the 11th of December, 2019, and instead of episode 10 airing, they air a recap episode. Now the repercussions of this are gigantic. I would go as far as to blame current world events on this because that's a whole week. No cautious hero new content. Are you kidding?
I mean, who cares? Like sometimes there's recaps. That's kind of to be expected. It didn't really. I mean,
What's
they've
What's
got their
weird is that the
what's that?
recap comes out between episode 9 and 10. It only covers up to 6. And I guess that's to do with production schedules as well,
That
but
is
it's
a bit
just
weird.
strange. It's like, cover up to 8 and 9, for God's sake.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, why? Okay, so it's after 9, but it only covers the first 6 episodes.
yes! And then they move on, and then they do 10,
I
11,
mean, look,
12, end of the
they
series.
they put out the recap because who the fuck is gonna watch the recap?
Yeah, that's true.
They probably didn't give a shit. It's honestly probably more of like an advertisement. Like, hey, here's what happens in the first 6 episodes of our show. Come watch it.
Fair enough. Yeah, that works. Huh. Alright, you know
Yeah.
what? I actually do wanna... Now for real. The final fight, I just don't like.
The final
Like,
fight
it's like, it doesn't even happen. It's all off
isn't.
screen. Like, we show up,
Yeah.
and he's already, well, I've tried everything. Time to die. And, okay, cool.
Yeah, there wasn't a
Why?
fight at all, or at least not that we saw. It was just, yeah, he did some fighting off screen, and then he sealed the demon lord away
Mm.
from the inescapable, not magic, prison which he
Yeah,
escapes from.
yeah, because the guy has anti-magic, which, by the way, fuck him. Anti-magic is bad game design. That's just a fact. But okay, yeah, fuck your anti-magic. I got non-magic. I got features that look like magic.
I have non-magic abilities. Yeah,
Fuck you.
can teleport, but it's not magic.
Alright, we're gonna go into D&D territory. That's not good. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't even like as a resolution that. Oh, by the way, like you could never win this because you didn't have the items. I think that's also incidentally bad game design.
Yeah,
Like, the final boss is just sort of showing you how not to do a final boss.
I mean it's kind of like it's kind of like the cliche Japanese fucking demon lord story thingy where it's like, oh, you need the special super shiny holy sword to defeat him, and nothing else will ever beat him.
Except he could technically,
Except he,
because
he
like,
except he kind of got defeated.
yeah, and like when he did the cool Valhalla sword, whatever thing, that was hurting him. So, not really. I don't know. Weird. Like, if you're gonna have 2 artifacts, and you wanna have 2 artifacts, and say, oh no, he's overly prepared, but he's missing 1 artifact for reasons that he couldn't, for no, he couldn't avoid it. It's like, okay, great. Let him have one. Let him overcome one thing. But it's like, okay, he could still win. Like, it doesn't making him the underdog in the latter half of the series in general doesn't work for me. Because he's not the underdog. He's the overly prepared guy. And I think
Yeah.
like the best way that it's handled is when he fights the king. Where like it looks like he's the underdog, but really he is 6,000 IQ planned
He's
this whole
already
thing.
considered everything. Yeah.
I, I honestly want him to say that's why I started dual wielding, by the way, in case I got an arm chopped off, I could still do it. Unlike you. You
Yeah, I
only
also
has
started
one arm.
practicing using a sword in my mouth too, yeah.
Oh, it was so dumb. Yeah,
um
that one handled being an underdog well. The everything beyond that was just okay. This is not good. We shouldn't be an underdog, and if there's a level cap, there's a way to avoid a level. Like absolutely, there's always a way to overcome the level.
yeah.
This is not base Skyrim, okay? We can't have that.
I think him being overly cautious in some scenarios was kind of funny. I think they did play to that um pretty well sometimes. Like when
Yeah,
he
no, the word.
when he walked into the church and was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna pour this holy water on the priest's head just to be sure,
Yeah,
and
the,
then
the
it's like,
beginning
oh,
is
he's a
amazing.
zombie.
Like they stop playing it well around about the king guy.
Yeah, he
That's when
stopped
it stops
being.
being played well, because then he's an underdog, and now he's not prepared anymore, and then fucking they have to spell it out to you. I think
Yeah,
three
yeah,
times.
yeah. It's
They're
like
like, oh,
the
by the
episode
way,
is like,
he
oh,
didn't say he's ready.
he didn't say his
Oh no!
catchphrase. Oh my god.
What are we gonna
Yeah.
do?
Can we also talk about how cool the king was in the opening scene where he just steps up and then like fucking waves his super holy mega sword and all and all of the demons just disappear in a
That
fucking
was
bubbles.
fucking wolfed.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wanted the him. He would have been a better main character. It would have been so much fun.
That was kind of funny, yeah.
Actually, probably not. Yeah. Then he just completely breaks character. It's like, oh, I got my ass kicked once, and that was enough to turn evil.
Yeah.
Fuck you. And then his daughter is like, ah, it's fine. You're forgiven. Welcome back. Hello. Ish. I don't know. I think he's. No, he dies. No, he
No, yeah,
dies.
he
Yeah.
dies. She didn't
I'm
even know
thinking of something
until
else.
yeah, until then.
Uh, God. Yeah, that whole plot line was weird. Hmm. Okay. Think. Think I'm. Think I've done everything.
Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about it.
Yeah.
It was okay. I I did originally watch like 2 or 3 episodes before stopping it, and
Yeah.
then never watching again
Mm-hmm.
until yesterday. But
Oh, you binged the day before recording.
yes,
Wow.
yes, I did.
I did that for Shield Hero. I wasn't happy.
Really? That's a
It
lot of
wasn't.
episodes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was on me. It was completely on me.
Okay. Um. Yeah. I mean, it was okay. I definitely prefer watching that over Shield Hero. Just because yeah, it just doesn't really take itself too seriously. I mean, it tries to at the end, but it's like you can mostly ignore that. Also, fucking they had a child, right? Or they were going to. She was pregnant before
Yeah,
she
she
died.
was pregnant. That is a plot point.
Yeah,
By the way, you
and then
were
it's weird
pregnant.
because like the relationship afterwards, like the one in the show, it's like, oh, they're just kind of like there's not really it doesn't really it's not love. Also, fucking I forgot to mention this. They do the thing where it's like he acts like a total asshole, but it's because he loves people.
Yeah, we're doing Shield Hero again. It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
he
he's
acts like
secretly a
a
good guy.
dick. Yeah, but he's actually doing it for everyone's benefit, and it's like, God, I hate that so much. It's so annoying. Whatever. It was an okay
Yeah,
show. It was
I
alright.
suppose there's also the oh, I actually wasn't having I, I did not have sexual interactions with that woman bit, which is like, just fucking say it. Don't just say, oh, it's not what you think. Doesn't elaborate.
Oh yeah,
Walks away.
it's like
Like,
it looks
complete
like we're
the
having
thought.
sex, but
There is a very good explanation for this, which you are not
yes.
gonna get.
There's a very good
Bye.
reason that I'm laying down on this bed and she is on top of me and we're both naked.
Which, what kind of ritual is that?
So like, and then she gets up and is like, "Are you fucking stupid? Don't you know what we're doing?" All right,
Yes.
we can call it there.
Yeah. Alright. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. And shout out to that one guy that found us on the search function for Shield Hero episode in which 5 minutes. You're
Oh,
the
5 minutes. Oh my god, that's so
I'm 90% certain this guy was just looking for the full season on YouTube. But if he
Stop!
God damn
Don't
it.
stop looking for fucking anime like episodes on YouTube. It's not 2000 anymore.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, don't stop. Keep watching our shit.
It's like
Fine.
fucking 2010 again. All right.
Okay.
Next episode.
Next episode. Oh, we have to decide the
Actually,
council has to
yeah,
meet.
this one was a Christmas miracle.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting this to happen at all.
I
So
do not
here
owe
we
you
go.
$50.
I can't invoice you anymore.
Right, yeah, the council is gonna have to meet soon and decide um on a new Isekai to watch. I'm excited.
Maybe we can watch something good.
Is there something good?
I played. Well, there are some good ones.
Okay.
There's a lot of bad ones.
All right, let's go.
Anyways, okay.
Yeah.